Hello, I'm Dr. Kongsak Tanphaichitr. Today I'm going to talk to you on mindful awareness, key to perfecting one's life. Everyone faced with problem in life, and why does one suffer? One suffers out of one's own biased thoughts, embedded with greed, hatred, and delusion. But the Buddha stated mind is luminous, but tainted with transitory mental impurity. That means that's not the true nature of the mind. It's transitory. A luminous mind is an ordinary mind, but tainted with the biased thoughts. So ordinary people would be hit with two arrows. First arrow is a natural pain or sappava dukkha, like aging, sickness, and death. The second arrow is mental suffering, cetasika dukkha. It's a self-inflicted suffering. But the enlightened being hit only with one arrow, the first arrow, is bhava dukkha, but not hit with the second arrow, no mental suffering, as he sees his own thoughts. When you deal with thoughts, you deal with space and time, which is conceptual. It's not a pure perception. It's not a true direct experiencing. It's not mindful awareness, but being conditioned by one's own perception, biased perception. Sanya chetana, which is conceptual virtual phenomenon, not the ultimate reality. So one suffers our own thoughts, and Potian and many others stated. And the Buddha stated, past is gone and future hasn't arrived yet. So don't waste time indulging those thoughts. Because of ignorance, not seeing the truth, one is fooled by not knowing the Four Noble Truth, or ultimate truth of suffering, cause of suffering, end of suffering, and path to end suffering, middle path. Being trapped in the past, thought of the past, or thought into the future, and sometimes elongated into the past, into the future, as a string of thoughts, and not knowing that the present is basically dependent arising, a law of causation, or something to assist here. There's another cause to bring it on, and so on. And it will be the resulting as a cause for the next sequence to come on. But this is the wheel of life, your thoughts, and ignorance, not knowing the truth, result in impulse, mental impulse, tainted your mental consciousness, result in nama-rupa, imagination. It corrupts your sixth sense sphere, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So everything is corrupted with bias, contact, feeling, craving, and clinging, becoming, and birth into the thoughts, and then ripening, aging of the thoughts. When you're unaware of this, you keep running high stream of thoughts, but with awareness, mindful awareness, it will stop. Selflessness and Nirvana as a result. To break the cycle. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness meditation is very powerful in resolve this problem. Mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment with intention while letting go of judgment. But when you talk about mindfulness in Buddhism, it means two things, mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness like self-recollection, self-remembrance, or sati. And you remember to come here to attend this meeting. And self-awareness, sampachanya, It's clear comprehension, clear knowing, full awareness, conscious awareness. Just like when you circle your finger, your thumb and index finger together, you send this self-awareness. Or when you open and close your fist, you can sense the self-awareness. So try it out. Or touch the tip of your fingers, both hands together, slide it a little bit. You can feel this self-awareness. There's no thoughts in it when you sense it. So these are called virtues of great benefit, mindfulness and self-awareness. Or together it's called mindful awareness. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness retrieve the phenomena. Like when you go to TSA at the airport, instead of wandering around, they gather you to gate A, B, or C. So that's mindfulness is doing. Retrieve the phenomena. And then self-awareness come in to investigate. You have to go through the gate and go through the machine, through the X-ray machine, or being scanned on your what you have brought with. Take off your shoes and your belt and so on. Make sure there's no bomb or anything threatening to fly it on the plane. So we practice like this perseverance, called atapi, perseverance, sampachano, satima, with self-awareness and mindfulness. By practicing like this, you gain samadhi, concentrated mind. With perseverance, self-awareness will give you wisdom, panya, and mindfulness, or sati will change you at the phenomena. So you do self-observation, self-monitoring of your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena with perseverance, self-awareness, and mindfulness, or atapi, sampachano, satima, to get rid of desiring or undesiring, apijja and dominance. Kemananda, my teacher, stated that self-awareness or sampachanya is the Buddha. And it's a roadmap as well as treasure. Roadmap because when you tread through practicing mindful awareness, you will be advancing. The self-awareness basically is a form of momentary wisdom, and then it will blossom into insight wisdom and gain and attain enlightenment as the treasure that you can achieve through realization. Satya Narayan Goenka, a great insight meditation master, also stated that self-awareness is the Buddha's enlightenment. It's the greatest discovery of the Buddha as a gift to mankind, by the Buddha. So basically, he's saying the same thing. So the Buddha gave us a guideline, a formula to reach such mindful awareness and wisdom, insight wisdom, with full foundation of mindfulness. Human being is an advanced being or advanced animal, capable of training oneself to perfection. Like these are the people that reach that goal, realize have been enlightened. Like then the top is Buddha's relics, his bone or his blood vessels and blood, or his teeth and some other part of his body. And the lower one is from my collection. The Buddha the relics of the enlightened one had turned into crystal of different colors. The top one is Sopa Rinpoche's collection. So it's a process of learning life that the Buddha advised one to observe the four foundations of mindfulness: body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena, And the lifelong learning. Practice threefold training, avoid doing bad deed or morality, doing good deed or concentration, mental concentration, and purify your own mind to gain wisdom. With wisdom. Antedate the 20th century lifelong learning concept by 2,500 years. So what's the benefit of doing that 4 foundations of mindfulness? It's a supreme path that will purify all beings, let one transcend grief, sorrow, lamentation, overcome suffering and unhappiness, understand essential Dharma, or middle path, unbiased path, and realize Nirvana, the unconditioned state of ultimate peace and happiness. So how one do this? Self-observation, self-monitoring of body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena, and you practice with atapi, sambhachano, satima, perseverance, and do it 24/7, self-awareness and mindfulness. You gain samadhi, mental concentration, panya, wisdom, and mindfulness, asti. To get rid of desiring or undesiring aspect of life, you practice day and night with formal practice, as well as informal practice, which might be even more important when you living your daily life. You unbiasedly observe without anticipation, and not indulge in what you encounter and not intervene. Simply observe and set your mind with joy and bliss. Set to be joyful, it leads to bliss and calming of the mind, lead to happiness, and steady mind will arise. You gain mental concentration and insight, samatha and vipassana, and gain insight, wisdom, inner vision and insight wisdom. So there's a method that one can practice to gain 24/7 practice. Just put your palm on your thigh together, just do it. Tilt your right palm up, you're aware of it. Bring it up, you're aware. Down to your tummy, you're aware. Left palm, lift your palm up. Raise it up, bring down to tummy. Slide your right palm to the chest, bring it out to your side. Bring it down, turn it down. Left palm slide up to your chest. Bring it out, bring it down, turn it down. So that's one cycle. Keep on doing that. Don't stop, keep doing while I'm talking. When you practice like this, do not fixate your mind, your hand. Simply acknowledge your movement and aware of your bodily movement. Acknowledge with your mind, obviously. Just know that your body is moving. No need to know left and right. And again, don't fixate your mind, your hand. Simply know the bodily movement, aware of bodily movement. This is how you gain self-awareness. Keep practicing like that. So this is a 24/7 mindfulness meditation technique through observing body movement. So you'll gain insight of where the body at your body. When you're aware of your body, like you're sitting, internally you know you're sitting. Externally you know that you move your hand up above your body. So you become aware of your body externally as well as internally. And you can see the physical phenomena, the change, arise and cease all the time. So this is basically reflect impermanence, imperfection, selfless in nature. Not truly yours. Constantly, continuously change. You acknowledge, be mindfully aware of the body just body, no person, no being, no self. If it is yours, you should be able to control it. Say, don't get old, don't get sick, and don't die. But that's not possible. It doesn't follow your command. Practice like this, it will avoid you from craving and concepts, not cling to anything in this world, through aware of your body, at your body. Similarly, you can observe like this for other aspect of life, like your feeling, mind, mental phenomena. When you're aware of your body, it awakens your body. Similarly, you can be aware of your feeling at your feelings, aware of your mind, your mind. When you're aware of your mind, it awakens your mind. So by aware of your body and mind, you awaken your body and awaken your mind. And you're also aware of the mental phenomena, and mental phenomena. When you practice like this, observe perseverance with self-awareness and mindfulness at your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena. You gain sila, sati, samadhi, and panya. You get rid of desiring and undesiring. Mindfulness of the body, a different technique you can do, like mindfulness of breathing, the complete mindfulness of breathing. With breathing, 16 steps, 4 tetrad on body, like breathing short or breathing long, in and out, and know the whole breath body, and see body condition, which is your breath, and so on. And then 4 tetrad on the feelings, and tetrad on the mind, and then tetrad on the phenomena. So 16 steps, you practice basically practice the 4 foundations of mindfulness. And the 4 major postures like walking, standing, sitting, laying down. And then self-awareness technique like we're doing. Subtle movement, stretching, bending, eating, drinking. So this first 3 is deal with observing the movement. When you do mindfulness with breathing, you observe movement of your breath without moving your body. You're sitting, but you observe movement of the breath, see the nature of your breath, short or long, subtle or gross, and so on. And then you can observe the filteriness of your body, 32 parts, being analytical, like your hair, your scalp hair, nail, teeth, skin, bone marrow, intestine, and so on. And you can observe, categorize earth, wind, water, and fire, or solidity, liquidity, vibration, and metabolic heat. And the 9 channel state, decaying corpse, what would happen after you die. So you have to observe at the cemetery to see those things. So the Buddha pin out, single out a self-awareness technique, self-awareness on the subtle movement called Sampajanyabhapa. It's a method of gaining self-awareness. So if you're aware when you're stepping forward or backward, looking ahead or sideways, stretching or bending, which is like dynamic rhythmic meditation we're doing now, getting dressed, eating, drinking, chewing, tasting, urinating, defecating, you're aware of it. Walking, standing, sitting, laying down, you're also aware of it. So basically this 4 major posture I mentioned, the second technique I mentioned earlier. Then waking up, talking, or remain silent. So all this you become aware of it. So with self-awareness, what's the purpose? Why doing it? By being aware of your body and mind, you awaken your body and mind. Suitability, so the environment is suitable, like you can gain self-awareness while you're sweeping floor, cooking, washing, walking, breathing, and domain of meditation. So any place that you can gain self-awareness, that's the best place to practice. Not at home, not at work, or not at the temple. But the best place to practice is the place that you can gain self-awareness, incorporate into your daily life, and so on. So the domain of meditation is on body and mind, or name and form. You're aware of your body and mind at any place or any time. And reality, basically, when you gain self-awareness, you come to gain and see the true nature of things as they really are, the three universal marks of existence: impermanence, unstable; imperfection, unbearable; and selflessness, which is uncontrollable. So such a technique, dynamic rhythmic meditation, is very powerful and make you capable to gain self-awareness, which will blossom into wisdom, and you can also practice 24/7 by doing so. Again, by practicing like this, atapi sampachano satima, perseverance, self-awareness, and mindfulness on your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena. So you observe your body with various techniques. Now you can observe the mind, your feeling. See your feeling that you can experience physically as comfort or discomfort, or mentally as happiness, unhappiness, or neutral feeling, and whether it's depending or independent of the sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Also observe the mind, the nature of the mind, with and without greed, hatred, and delusion. Is a manic or depressed mind, steady mind or unsteady mind, liberated or unliberated mind. By setting your mind joyful, lead to steady mind and let go of greed, hatred, delusion. And mental phenomena you can experience observing the 5 hindrance or mental obstacles that prevent you from gaining steady mind, like sensual desire, anger, sloth and torpor, worrying, skeptical doubt, and the 5 aggregates of kindling, which is your life, consists of form, feeling, perception, thought, formation, consciousness. See its lack of true self-identity, and the 6th sense sphere, external and internal sphere, which we'll go into, your nose, tongue, body, and mind. And 7 factors of enlightenment, like mindfulness, Dharma investigation, energy, effort, bliss, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. And then the 4 noble truths of suffering, cause of suffering, end of suffering, middle path to end suffering. By practicing like that, you come to witness 3 universal marks of existence: impermanence, imperfection, and selflessness. Your mind will be gaining insight, wisdom, and become disenchanted, discerned, and liberated. So it's a reverse engineering technique to catch your thought as it arises. A person consists of 5 aggregates: body, feeling, perception, thought formation, and consciousness. At the same time, we practice 4 foundations of mindfulness as we dwell in those 5 aspects. We observe the body, observe the feeling, and perceive with perception with mindfulness and self-awareness. In thought formation, we observe mental phenomena. Consciousness, we observe mind. And you can see how six sense spheres work. Eyes interact with sight, ear interact with sounds, nose with smell, tongue with taste, body contact with touch, and mind with thoughts. And it's a specific. You cannot use your eyes to hear, nor use your ear to see. A specific pathway. And when you encounter external sphere, it activates your resting mind or repository consciousness or your vijnana. Activate it into specific consciousness, like eye consciousness when you see, ear consciousness when you hear me, and then nasal consciousness when you smell, tongue consciousness when you taste, body consciousness with the touch. And that alone is not enough. It has to convey into the mind consciousness to see what it is exactly, like a pen or iPhone and so on. It's called interactive mind. We teach it. It's called 18 element of factors. And this is how it works in the four foundation of mindfulness. Six sense sphere with the corresponding consciousness is from contact, feeling, pure perception, sanya. Then bias perception, causing craving, tanha, disturbing thoughts, and obsessive thoughts. So the feedback loop after you see an object to your midbrain is 5 times stronger than the influx, the input. So generate bias perception and eye tag or self-image hologram. As Professor Damasio stated that in parallel with generating mental pattern of an object, the brain also generates a sense of self in the act of knowing. So basically, Buddha stated it's 2 steps, and the resulting craving, second noble truth. And the Buddha said this is sequential, not parallel. So mindful awareness will stop the pure perception, not going to bias perception. That's the third noble truth. So a life form, when you deal with mental activities, with pure perception, with active mind and neutral mind, with pure perception, it will stop without resulting to conceptual processing, passive and biased thoughts. So we won't suffer. So this happened when the Buddha was teaching Pahiya to see, just see, to hear, just hear, to perceive, just perceive in through your eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. And just realize that it's simply sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, and thoughts, unbiasedly. Pahiya, you should learn to understand as such. Then you reiterate. When you see, just see, hear, just hear, perceive, just perceive, realize, just realize. Such moment, so-called you will no longer exist. That's the fourth noble truth, practicing the middle path, unbiased path. Whenever there's no you, at such moment, you will neither exist in this realm, next realm, or between those realms. And that's the end of suffering. That's the third noble truth. So you gain insight through your practice like this. Physically, you can observe from an infant to become toddler, teenager, middle age, old age, and then die. Mentally, it's difficult to perceive as mind is formless, but it leaves a trace behind with mind movement or thoughts. You can catch it with mindful awareness. And you come to experience impermanence, imperfection, selflessness. Impermanence is obscured by continuity. Imperfection, obscured by movement, and selflessness, obscured by bundling. So you can see things that arise, endure, and cease as a norm is selfless in nature. So in summary, you do 27 mindfulness with 4 factors of mindfulness. Observe your body, feeling, mind, mental phenomena. Get rid of desiring, undesiring. And to observe and realize and see the 3 universal marks of existence: impermanence, imperfection, and selflessness, the true nature of things. In the mind, gain insight, wisdom. See the burden of clinging to life as self. Become disenchanted, discerned, and liberated.